At M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Go. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The Ravens at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go play action now. Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Jackson will throw again. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. No gain on the play there. Second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on second down. Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Davis now. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Davis. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Davis. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll send the tight end Bennett in motion. On 2nd and 11 now. Davis. Over the middle, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now they send a man in motion right. Gibson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Ready, set.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Gibson again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. Here's Davis. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Complete, it's Dotson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Going right back to Dotson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the game. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. Clay, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Again, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jet sweep to start the drive. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter. Oh, wide open, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now for the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game. Because
he's got a man complete, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead...
And now it's blocked. And now Washington has it. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Come on.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Davis. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Washington.
Looking to throw. Davis. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brings us 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll send the tight end Bennett in motion. Looking to throw again on second down. Davis looking deep for Bennett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That held 10 yards. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moran. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Play action. Now Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. They're going to look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
Jackson now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw again is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Well, you know me pretty well now. You know what I want to do after that completed pass. 4th down, down by 3. What do I want to do here?
You want to go for it. You might be tempted. I think they need to kick it.
Yeah, someone might have to overrule me. Get the kicker out there, tie this game up.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Gibson here running out of the gun. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Throwing, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, they took us until the final play drive to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Baltimore, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.